be on this sound truck dancing the whole time. I was trying to conserve my energy for this moment right now. So I want to say thank you all for being here, for sticking it out the whole time. Please bear with my low energy, but I want to say there's something really important. Number one, to say thank you to MLK. And thank you not only for his example and his leadership towards the end of his life, when he was realizing that this whole damn system was guilty as hell, but we also want to remember Coretta for being there and holding him down when things were really hard. If any of y'all who are in this movement work know, sometimes you get burnt out. Sometimes you get tired. Sometimes it's hard to be in this work without that one rock or that person that's holding you up. I know it. I'm feeling like that today. But I want to say we need to remember our partners. We need to remember our friends, our comrades in the struggle. And self-care is really important. A lot of folks have been looking out for me today, and I thank you all, and I love y'all. So, that said, Martin also said that we're living in a time of revolution. And this was decades ago. We find ourselves in those very same times. Because every concession that we get, we have to continue to fight for. So the concessions that we get, that come through policy, that come through even construction, all of these things that we're fighting for, we have to continue to fight. And it's always a transitory process, this thing we call freedom. We've never quite grasped it because we're always fighting to keep the little bit we have. Because these systems, capitalism, racism, sexism, all of these isms that hold up this current power structure are always working 24/7 to oppress us. This whole route we've talked about Donald Trump, fuck Donald Trump. But where we recognize Donald Trump policies when he's coming through a Democratic organization, a Democratic mayor, a Democratic council, where we recognize that. Did you all recognize it when the East Bay Express, one of our most liberal, supposed to be progressive papers, co-opted Me Too and put the mayor on the cover talking about a Me Too story that I was leafing through the paper to try to find? Did anybody see that they laid a professional, slick photo shoot with the mayor of Oakland to say Me Too about a story that did not even compare to the trauma that many of us have been through? We have to be able to read through the lines. We have to understand, like Martin said, that evil will come through friendly means. Evil will come and look like a Department of Violence Prevention for the city of Oakland. How is violence going down, according to our mayor? But you need $700,000 for a Department of Violence Prevention where there's people sleeping under the overpasses, people sleeping in alleys. Will you recognize it when it looks like and dresses like you? When it shows up to these rallies and looks like you and chants like you? Will you recognize evil? And people always call us out. Why are y'all so angry? Why do y'all always got some criticisms? CRC, why y'all always got something to say? What are your solutions? Think critically. Act in love. And I say everywhere I show up, everywhere we show up in love first. But love does not always look like hugs and kisses. Love can look like putting foots in asses. Let's keep it real. Love is fierce and love is action. So when you hear people talking about unity, remember, in order to have unity, we have to be able to challenge each other. And I'm saying, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir because y'all know. But sometimes it's wolves in sheep's clothing. And it's not just in these democratic halls of whatever the fuck they're going on. So I'm saying, and I don't want to keep y'all up here too long. I feel like I've already been talking too much. But this city is dedicated and is planning to push us out. You cannot have a state of the city talking about how you love Oakland's diversity and have the majority of people that are living on these streets, people of color. You can't do it. You can't have 70% black folks living in homelessness and preach about diversity. Like I said, evil will show up as tough sheds and say, I'm doing something for homelessness. Evil will show up like saying that they don't like the frat house nature of OPD, but go to the promotion ceremony for these very same officers that passed a baby around police departments. They passed a baby from department to department to department. One of the worst, if you want to talk about Me Too, talk about Jasmine Obsolete and how she was raped and how she was trafficked. Don't sell me that shit. If you care, show us you care. We have to demand to see the proof. Don't come in these communities talking about you have this and you're paying folks off and you love this and you don't want that. Demand proof. We cannot accept any less. We know there's one person on this truck that we know has been fighting for people since she's touched down in the city of Oakland. And I have to say, my sister Cat Brooks, for all her first power, she's about to be mad at me right now. Because we have to make 2018 a referendum of all the bullshit that's happening in the city and say, time is up. Time is up. That's real popular right now. The time's up. Well, right now, 2018 is a huge election year, and I know a lot of people don't believe in electoral politics. Believe me, I'm there. But they do not count y'all. If you are not voting, they don't even come in these communities other than tokenized opportunities to get and see what's going on with you and see how you feel. They don't care about West Oakland. Well, they care about the developing, new gentrifying West Oakland. The colonists. There's colonizers coming here just like they came to America. And they're colonizing these neighborhoods and not investing in them. So, why I raised 2018 is because I'm looking for people out here. I need at least 50 people to support me right now in this moment to support Cat Brooks for mayor. I'm just saying. Where's she at? You see this face? You see this face? I'm not playing. I'm not playing. And if you disagree, we can have conversations about that. Every month I host Black Women in Elected Leadership. Who's gonna fight for the people? I know somebody that's been fighting for the people, right? Come so we can have a conversation about the office. But I'm telling you, we need a change, and we need folks who understand what's really important and what really builds community, not a developer fucking meal ticket. And I'm sorry for using profanity, I know it's babies out here, but I also believe that there's nothing that I can say that's worse than the experiences that we're having right now. There's no profanity that I can use that's harsher than what we're experiencing in this city right now. So before I pass out, I just want to say once again, Cat Brooks for Oakland 2018. Let's talk about it. Thank you.
Appreciate you sticking it out here. We were gonna end with that, but we actually want to honor the families of people who have been assassinated by these state agencies. So we have one more family. I want to say, oftentimes we say victims of, but our people are not victims. Our people are survivors. Our people are fighters. We've been here for over 500 years, and they've been snatching us up. They've been killing us. They've been, whether it's on horses or on these trucks, they've been coming for our community. And we've been survivors. We've been fighters. And all of you guys that are out here are still keeping on that resistance that M.L.K. 50 years before he was assassinated was talking about. And we got to remember, it's not just about Oakland. It's not just about the next city. We have a family here of Angel Ramos who was assassinated by Vallejo Police Department. But it's not just in Oakland. It's not just in Vallejo. It's also across seas. And the only way that we're going to win this fight against this state repression, y'all, is if we have that unity. And we understand that when Korea is being attacked, when the Philippines are being attacked, when Palestinians are being attacked, when our brothers and sisters are being attacked, we got to say their names. We got to say their stories. We got to stand up for each other. We got to stand in unity. That's the only way we're going to win, y'all. So I want to give honor and space time for the sister of Angel Ramos who's going to come up and speak.